Hello there. My name is Wendolyn Davis. I am so passionate about health and wellness. And so I've studied and learned and applied all this stuff to my life, and the results are worth it. My future self thanks me every day for taking care of myself by eating food that fuels my body, that gives it the energy it needs, that gives me health and strength, that no matter how old I am, I can have a vibrant, healthy life. And I did turn 57. And, when I first started the 50s, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get older. Like, you just notice more wrinkles and all this stuff. And oh, my joints hurt and all that. And I'm like, nope, not me. I'm not going there. I'm like, no, I'm going to be healthy as long as I'm living. And so I choose to take care of myself. So what I put in my mouth, what thoughts I choose to believe, and what I choose to do for exercise and sleep and drinking water and all that stuff, it's so good. It's outstanding to take care of ourselves and do the best we can. Do we have to be perfect? Absolutely not. But being 80% good, yeah, it's so worth it. Actions without a purpose are a drain. So that's why I do what I do. I have a purpose. So check in. What's your why? What's your compelling reason? Why do you want this? What's your vision for yourself? And what actions are you willing to take? But again, you need that purpose. So I do this for my future self. I do this to be the best I can each day. I do this because I like being healthy. It feels good. It feels amazing, right? Time to get back to planning. And you don't have to plan the whole week if you don't want to, but the night before, you need a plan for the next day. Because if not, when you are too hungry or starving, you're not going to go for the healthy food. You're going to go for the fast food and for food that is not helping your body become the version of you that you want. All right. So here's some things that I did this last week. For a couple nights a week, it's worth the investment to cook double. Okay. So for example, on Tuesday night, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try the spaghetti squash for my family. Yeah, I love it. So I made the turkey meatballs and the spaghetti squash, and I just used a jar of tomato sauce. Okay. So while that was going on, then I was doing the sweet potato, the roasted sweet potatoes, and cooking some chicken, which is underneath here. So I had these things going on at the same time because some required the oven, some required the stovetop. And so it's so worth it that here it is a couple days later, and I have a lot to choose from for what to eat for lunch today. So I'm still cooking two of my favorite recipes over and over and over. I do love the spaghetti squash and the kale salad with the chicken and the pistachios and the apple, and the dressing so easy with just lemon juice and garlic and a little oil and whatever else goes in it. Oh, the sweet potatoes. Okay. And it's just so easy. So I roasted new sweet potatoes today because we ate them all. So here they are. And they just go in the oven for like 30 minutes. And while they're doing that, I am preparing something else. And since I use this bowl to cut the sweet potatoes, and then I put a little bit of oil and put them on the pan, the bowl already had oil in it. So then I'm like ready for a kale salad again. So I just smoosh it around with your hands because you do want to help break it down a little bit. And so that's already, and I don't need to put any oil or anything in the pan because this already has a little bit of oil on it. So I'm just going to pan cook it for a few minutes, and it's going to be perfect for the salad. And again, there's the chicken and other ingredients already prepared. So then this week, I'm like, you know what? It was cold. I'm like, we need some soup. So then I'm like, oh yeah, let's do some bean soup. So then Instapots. Totally love my Instapot. I'm not an air fryer person yet, but I do own one, and I'll work on it, but not yet. Okay. I love my Instapot. I love that you can saute, you can do slow cooker stuff, and you can do the pressure cook. So I don't buy cans of beans, but it's not a problem. Okay. It's an easier step if you don't want to pressure cook them. So for this recipe, I just sauteed the onion and the carrot and the celery, and then you add the garlic. You want to saute it because that's kind of breaking down the flavor. So I sauteed it, and then I added the chicken broth or vegetable broth, whatever, or just plain water, and add the salt, and I added the white beans, and I let that cook. And it's just the pressure cooker for like 25 minutes. And then you test it when it's done. If the beans aren't ready, it's like, oh, here's another 5 minutes. Like, it's no big deal. Or you can slow cook it all day. So I did this on my lunch break a couple days ago and was able to do that and eat lunch and then have dinner without any work. So that's what I love. Then another easy one that my family enjoys is like a green chili. And this was my mom's recipe. So we're going to brown the ground beef, and then it has garlic and 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and then it has green chilies. I like these. They come in the freezer section. You can use them from a can. You can use them from the jar. Either one, or however you like your green chilies. But this is so good. So then I just dumped the whole container in there after it's browned. And then you let it cook for 3 to 4 hours because it really sets the flavor. It makes a huge difference. I didn't realize that till recently. But yeah, so the longer you cook it, the more flavor it has. And then you add some potatoes towards the end. And I love these almond flour tortillas for eating this. And if you want to add sour cream or cheese to it, that's fine too. So here we have all this food and a new salad dressing. Okay, so I didn't blend it yet. I just have it in here with the olive oil and the garlic, and it has Dijon mustard and honey and salt and champagne vinegar. So it's a fun taste. And then we're just going to use this to blend it. So it's super easy. Took me, 5 minutes or less to add those ingredients in there. Then I'm going to mix it up. And then the salad's already prepared. And you put pomegranate on it. It's really good. So that's another fun thing that's a little bit different to jazz up the salad. So there's some ideas to keep you going on just planning, right? If you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going. So prepare at least the day before and have your grocery list once a week or whatever. But again, I always have the basics on hand, so I could have made any of these things. So there you have it. Fun recipes that taste good and that make our life easier because we have less brain drama when we plan ahead, and leftovers are okay, right? So I doubled this recipe actually, and the other half is in the freezer. And this one, now that the family's gone, the son's back in college and whatnot, probably going to freeze the rest of this because I don't think I can eat this in 4 days, nor do I want to, So we're just going to freeze the rest of that one and enjoy that again next month. All righty. Hope you're enjoying your new year and your new you, and stay committed to figuring things out. Stay committed to planning. Yeah. Stay committed and have that vision of the result you want. And why? Why do you want that? Every day, be checking in with yourself. Why do you want this? And then it becomes second nature. It just becomes a part of you. This is not hard for me. It's just what I love so much because of that vision that I have and the purpose, why I do what I do. And so I don't get in my rut of doing the same thing over and over, which is easy for me to do. I'm like, no, Wendolyn, we're going to do a new recipe at least once a week. So I have mine ready for tomorrow. I have extra cauliflower that's going to go bad. So this recipe came in my inbox and I'm like, perfect. It's curried cauliflower soup. All righty, my friends. Hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.